Welcome back, everyone. Erik Malkavian, back in the shadows, playing Shadowrun returns. The Dead Man Switch. As you remember, I am here in Seattle now, at an Organ Grinder location, as I read in my last episode. Let's get going. In the Redmond Barrens. Shadowrun. That's new. Seattle Research Division. Sources say someone. Press conference. Tonight at 6 Pacific Standard Time. Telestarian CEO James Telestarian III to announce new Seattle Research Division. We're back among the shadows. Employees only beyond this point. See nothing for it. The smell of death and decomposition washes over you, only slightly masked by the minty fake fresh of industrial grade antiseptic. I'm back among the shadows. Crap. Didn't mean to do that. I was trying to X that out. What's the meat hooks for? Back among the shadows. Good Lord. Who's that guy? I'm back among the shadows. The shadows. Hello? Dresden. Creepy looking guy. Hovering over the recently departed is a small dwarf whistling a tune. His broad grin says, "I love my job. A little more than you'd want or expect from someone in the chop shop trade." As you approach, he looks up with a lopsided grin. There's something kindly in his eyes, though it might just be a stray reflection of chrome or and silver and surgical tools. "Sorry, didn't expect any visitors at this hour, and some arsehole at corporate took my receptionist. What can I do for you, sir?" "You the coroner?" "I'm John Dresden, the Organ Grinders branch manager here. So yeah, that makes me the franchise's area's coroner. And you are?" "Name's Jaze. I represent a man named Sam Watts, and I'm here to look into his murder." He frowns. "Interesting. A dead man makes for a strange client. But what makes you think he's here?" "Sam had a locator chip embedded in his skull. I followed it here." "I see. Well, you're right, he's here. Not too many people know about the murder yet, though. The press haven't caught wind of it yet. Yet, what with it being all the way out here in the Barrens." Okay. "So who told you he was dead?" "Sam's digital ghost. When his heart stopped, I got sent a recorded message asking me to bring his killer to justice. Guess he had a hunch." The dwarf raises his eyebrows, a smile wiping the suspicion from his face. A dead man switch, eh? Fascinating. I was working on him earlier. He's over here. Would you open him up? What happened to his hair? He's my second Emerald City Ripper victim. Third one was downtown. What? What? Emerald City Ripper? He sighs. Not my title. That's what the Citadel Press insists on calling the killer. All I know is that, like the original Jack, our Ripper knows how to handle a scalpel. But this one's even more twisted. He or she always removes an internal organ from the victim. What prize did the Ripper take from Jack? Sam. Watt's liver was clearly cut out. Whiz. What else? First victim's heart was missing, and the third had spleen removed.
Dresden, get out here! I'm hearing about the new Ripper, Vic. Sam Watts.
I better look around. That didn't sound good. What's going on here? Sam's body is half covered by a sterile surgical sheet. His face an ashen white. For the first time, without a smirk on it. Below the chest is a small, pencil-thin incision covered in dried blood. Beyond that, the corpse is immaculate. It would seem that the killer knew exactly what they wanted from him and took it. Let's look at the business card. Moving things around, you can make out that it's a card from a place called the Seamstress Union. There's something handwritten on the back, but blood has made it illegible. Look at the cred stick. It's a standard, cheap, unsecured cred stick. No way of knowing what's on it or slotting it. Take the cred stick. Ooh, 300 yen. You slot the cred stick into your PDA. 300 yen is added to your account. Look at the purple shirt. It's Sam's shirt, alright. Several of the buttons are missing and blood has thoroughly soaked it. The bag sloshes a bit in your hand. Let's take a look at that note. You can only see part of the note, given the torn off bits and bloodstains. Sam, I feel terrible that we argued. We have been friends a long time. Say, I'm sorry. See you there. Love, Jessica. Let's put down that evidence, man. Whoever in the hell was out there finding some. What the hell is in there? Basic med kit. Anything else? Let's get out. Who the hell was that out there? No. Let's talk to the big guy. Towering over the diminutive corner is a homicide detective right out of central casting. If you ignore the tusks, pointed ears, in the end it's all brow, you can smell his cheap aftershave from a mile away. McCluskey. So this new Ripper, Vic Watts. Name's familiar. Didn't his mother kill herself a while back? Corner frowns. So you insisted at the time. He chortles.
Come on! She offed herself. I had it on very good authority. Now let's go, Dresden. Give me something to work with here. Ripper case is my ticket to the lieutenant's badge.
I've already posted everything I know. The killer stuns the target with a combination of drugs and magic, then removes a single internal organ while they're still alive. The perpetrator is most likely right-handed, with a slim hand that knows its way around a scalpel. Has a decent understanding of human and metahuman anatomy too.
So, I'm looking for a whacked out surgeon.
Not necessarily. I don't know any surgeons who still use scalpels anymore. These days, it's all done with computer-controlled lasers. Could be anyone from a military field surgeon to an antique medicine aficionado.
You're no damn help, dwarf.
The Lone Star detective finally notices you. You note his superhuman powers of observation.
Who the hell are you?
Are you the detective on this case? I was hired by Sam Watts to assist in finding his killer.
The dreck you were. You get anywhere near my investigation, it will be on you on the slab, human.
He looks back at the dwarf.
Dresden, get me more. I'm putting someone in a slammer or a box this week and claiming my promotion.
Who the hell was that? Who the hell was that? Dresden looks amused. Do you always make friends so easily? Well, he didn't seem like my type. He cocks his head to one side. Be straight with me. You really gonna work for the dead man? Sam was there when I needed him. I'm going to return the favor. Fascinating again. Detective McCluskey isn't interested in anything but Detective McCluskey. He'd convict his own mother if it meant another 10 yen a week in his paycheck, plus he's on the take. Dresden pauses, considering. You have honor after a fashion. I try to honor the dead in my work, so we have that in common. So what can I do to help you? On a take? Who's paying to hold this leash? I don't know, but someone with major pull has been looking out for McCluskey's career. And wallet. What was that McCluskey said about Sam's mother? The official report is that she committed suicide about a year ago. Aren't you the official in that sentence? My name's on the report, but my actual findings left some doubt. I can't say that it wasn't suicide, but then again I can't either. But there were some unusual bruises on her upper arms, and she didn't use her dominant hand to pull the trigger, that's for sure. I was told to drop it, so I dropped it. So what are organs worth these days? Actually, who still uses scalpels? Doctors still learn how to use them in their first year of medical school, as do coroners, but neither profession uses them anymore. It's possible some of the slimier chop shops still use scalpels, I suppose, but I wouldn't know where to look. So what are organs worth these days? A whole healthy body can be worth a whole bunch of yen, but individual organs, not worth as much anymore. What with all the synth and cyber stuff on the market these days, organ grinders only deal in the recently deceased. There's plenty of other shops that aren't as picky though, and they don't care where the body came from either. Have you heard of the seamstress union? It's nearby club in the Barrens that attracts slow lives. You'd probably like it. Me, I'm not really the going out type. Always too much to be done around here. Plus, the dead are just easier to get along with. I just need to know one more thing. Where was Sam killed? Karma gained. Ask the coroner about Sam. Dresden. Dresden looks up at you intently for a moment before speaking. You know, I might be able to do you one better. Why don't you poke around those body lockers in the back and see if you find anything useful? Okay, then I'll go and do that. Understood. On the QT. Okay. Let's check our... Open the morgue drawer. Okay. So we've been getting an objective. Let's save it. Okay. So to the morgue drawer. Actually, let's start here. What's he got? Ooh, a med kit. Lovely. And a dock wagon. Basic trauma kit. Thanks for the free reign of the morgue. Let's see what we got here. The cold storage drawer is labeled John Doe, but the internal thermostat is set to 21 degrees Celsius. That's weird. The cold storage drawer opens to reveal the fully clothed body of a man, arms folded across his chest. In addition to sporting some of the brightest orange hair you've ever seen, the body seems to be in very good condition. Yeah, as not dead. Jake Armitage. Whoa, easy there. Oh, the Jake in the flesh. In one quick move, he jumps down from the drawer and stands before you. For someone who just woke up in a morgue locker, he seems unfazed and pretty well put together. Spot a data jack drilled into his temple, and shamanistic tattoos peeking above his collar. An interesting combination. I told John to wake me up at 6 in the morning. It's 6 yet? Doesn't feel like 6 yet. You were just sleeping in a freezer. A freezer for dead people. Don't tell me you haven't considered it. Cheaper than a coffin hotel, and the service is just as good. No, I have not. Well, so much for a good night's sleep. On the plus side, I notice you haven't killed me yet, so that's good. If you aren't after me, then what's your story? I care less. I'm looking into the death of Sam Watts. Coroner seems to think you can help me out. Sam, eh? Glad somebody cares. We used to drink together every now and then over at the Union. Decent enough guy, always in trouble over something or other though. Yeah, that's Sam. Jake yells towards the other side of the room. John, is this guy cool? Yeah, he's on the level. Working for Sam, believe it or not. Some sort of dead man squid. I thought you could help him out. maybe even stop moping around the shop all day. Thanks for volunteering me. He pauses. Might be sizing you up, but it's hard to tell behind those shades. Mirrored shades. Alright then, the name's Jake, and you are... Nice to meet you, I'm Jaze. Jake. And well-mannered too. Corporate. Guess that's the corporate in me. Such a rare thing in this city. Well, sounds like you're taking a dive into the deep end here. John's right. I might be able to help you out. I was with Sam the other night. The night of the murder. You were. So why didn't you stop it? He was hanging out at the seamstress, if you let me finish. That night, tripped out and rowdy. I've been laying low there for a few days after a bad run. Mrs. Kabuta asked me to throw Sam out, so I did. But out in the alley, some gangers got the jump on me. Went, damn. I mean, I need some soy calf after all. John, could you grab me a cup? Get your own damn cup, Jake. My hands are dirty anyway. Now, what's wrong with this? Hear a loud pop squelching sound as Dresden continues his work. Thanks, John. You're a real pal. Anyway, there's a big fat corp bounty on my head. Like I said, my last job didn't exactly go according to plan. Out in the alley, a couple of Halloweeners got jump on us. Damn gangers. Thought they could turn a quick profit off my head. Jake smiles. You get the impression that didn't work out so well for the gangers. Sam stumbled off during the fight, though. And that's the last I saw of him. Until he turned up here. DOA. Reminds me of my last day in this place. You've done this before? It's a long story. I end up with more often than the average guy. What? Yeah, Jake's here as a regular. Should've started a reward card, Jake. A few more visits, you get a free night stay. I'll hold you to that, John. Anyway, they found Sam's body less than a block away from the Union. Missing liver and all. Tell you what, look like you can handle yourself in a fight. I could use some backup to handle the score with those Halloweeners out there. The leader's got the whole gang safe to the Barrens for me. I need to get rid of that asshole. In return, I'll take you to the place where Sam was murdered. It's not safe to hit these streets alone at night. Trust me. Jake's eyes you up and down. Maybe I'll throw in some decent supplies while you're at it. What's the plan? It's it's nice to have someone watching your back out there, assuming you can trust them. I get it. Gotta be careful in this trade. Not wanting to go back on a deal though. John can vouch for that. Plus, you know where I'm hiding out, right? Doesn't leave me a lot of room to sell you out. Alright. I do like a little street justice every now and then. Alright, Jake, count me in. Great. I've been hiding out here ever since that run with those Halloweeners. Whiny bunch of gangers, but this stretch of the Barren is their turf. Hell, I'm surprised you even made it to the morgue in one piece without packing some heat. He yells over his shoulder. Very funny, Jake. You can sleep in the dumpster tomorrow. So you need a weapon? Kinda like to keep my distance. Got a rifle? You don't like library windows, do you? Never mind. Here's a rifle you can borrow. AK-97. Okay. So ready for an even out in town? Hold up a second. Tell me some more about these gangers first. What are we dealing with? Well, there's one of the nastier gangs in town. The symbol is a flaming jack-o'-lantern. But you wouldn't like their version of trick or treat. That's for sure. Around here, they're led by a troll named John Paul. And his last name ain't Jones. He's got all the Halloweeners and the Barons looking for me. If you take him out, maybe I can breathe a little easier. Alright, I'm ready. I'll follow your lead. The Halloweeners aren't looking for you yet. Alright. With that, I'm going to end this episode. I want to thank you for watching. My name is Erik Malkavian, and I've been running the shadows here in Shadowrun Returns. I'll be back shortly. Thank you for watching.